if x is equal to 2, if y is equal to -3, and if z is equal to -1. So we have an x in the expression, we have a y, and we have a z. What's the first thing we need to do here? So the first thing you have to do is you have to substitute all the variables because we're given known values of the variables. Where we have an x, we're going to write what number? Okay, so you guys can copy this as I'm doing it. Where we have a y, I'm going to write what number? -3. So it's -3 minus -1. So I'm going to put that in brackets. And it's all of this. Look here for a sec. It's all of this to the power of 4. So I'm going to write what I have here, which I haven't simplified yet. I'm doing nothing with the 3 and the 2, but we're going to simplify this. So this becomes +1. That's what Temi said, right? So let's just do this in our head right now. What's -3 plus 1? Good. So this is -2, and then it's -2 to the power of 4. So we have 3 times 2 plus -2 to the power of 4. What's the next step? BEDMAS. Well, we did brackets already. These are the brackets. Exponents. This is the exponent. So -2 to the power of 4. When you have a base that's negative and an exponent that's an even number, what's the answer? Negative or positive? Good. So we have 3 times 2 plus, what's -2 to the power of 4? Positive 16. I don't need to put that positive there, but if it was a negative, you would have to put the negative, right? And then we have 2 plus 16. And I can change these to round brackets. What's the next step? What do I have to simplify? Yep. The brackets. Yes, the 2 plus 16. 18 equals 54. This means multiplication, right? 3 times 18. Final answer is 54. Raise your hand if you got 54. Okay. You have to pay attention to if there are brackets and if there's negatives. If the base is negative and the exponent is an even number, your answer will always be what? Okay, what's 11 squared? 11 times 11? So this one would be positive. If the base is negative and your exponent is an odd number, your answer will always be, because it's negative, 4 times -4 times -4. 2 negatives will always make a positive, but if you have an odd number, you'll always end up with a positive and a negative. So you'll always end with a negative. What's 4 times 4 times 4? Yes. So -64. If there is no bracket, this negative sign is telling me that this is a negative power. It's a -7 to the power of 2. It's a negative answer. There's no bracket. So the base is actually just the 7. Does that make sense? So would your answer be positive or negative? So -49. If I put this inside a bracket, then I'm saying that the whole thing, the base is -7, yeah? If the if the question looked like this, actually, so if there was a negative outside the bracket, but then the base was negative, what's the answer to this one? Nope. Do this first. What is -7 to the power of 2? Positive 49, but there's a bracket, there's a negative outside the bracket, it would still be -49 for that one, right? Because your base inside the bracket is -7. -7 times -7 is positive 49, but there's a negative outside of that, so you have to put that as your final answer. Okay? So the last one would be positive or negative? Negative. Okay, Amel had a great question. What if it looks like this? Let's add this. Negative and then -7 to the power of 3. Girls? What would this one be? Negative 7 to the power of 3 equals what? Negative, what's 7 times 7 times 7? 343, that's this part, but then there's still a negative, so the answer would be, excellent question.